It's the final event of the cross-country program at the 2018 Paralympic Winter Games at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre, and we hope to go out with a bang here with the 4 by 2.5 kilometre open relay. So these relay teams, mixed athletes, both men and women in there, and a range of sporting classifications as well. We have 12 nations in the start gate, 48 competitors all in. The rules are relaxed slightly, so if individual delegations see fit, the same athlete can run more than one leg. So it's the 4 by 2.5 kilometre open. It's always busy, it's always frantic, and in that race to the line, we always have stories written down the home straight. The defending Winter Paralympic champions were the host nation from Sochi 4 years ago. Ukraine took the silver and France picked up the bronze in those Sochi Paralympic Winters. So we're just a few moments away from seeing our first runners away from the start gate. Poland, Ukraine, France, Republic of Korea, United States, Belarus, China, Norway, Germany, Canada, Kazakhstan, and the Winter Paralympic athletes. Just before 11 AM local time, and the temperature is rising. You see the snow cover melting away high up in the mountains. See a few greens of the golf courses that pepper this Alpensia resort around us. It's been a fabulous couple of weeks competing here, and it's a fitting event really to round off the program. So Piotr GARBOWSKI will go first for Poland, Iaroslav RESHETYNSKYI for Ukraine, France's Daviet is their first runner. SIN, what a gold medal performance from SIN Eui Hyun when he picked up the gold medal in the 7.5 sitting athletes. Andrew for the United States, Yury HOLUB for Belarus, Du for China, Niels-Erik Ulseth for Norway, Martin Fleig of Germany, Colin Cameron goes first for Canada, Denis Petrenko for Kazakhstan, and Natalia Kocherova for the neutral Paralympic athletes. France haven't made the top spot for the podium yet. Could this be their time with Daviet and CHALENCON? Daviet will run 2 legs, legs 1 and 3. Will be anchored home by Thomas CLARION, guided by Antoine Bollet. CLARION, France's visually impaired athlete. So the last layer of wax applied to the skis ahead of the start then of this relay. Final preparations being carried out ahead of the start gun. So each athlete races a single lap with 2.5 kilometres. Times that by 4 and you get a total race distance of 10k. Is that the steeper maximum climb than we saw in the first relay competition here? Mixed climb of 24 metres. Away we go then in the 4 by 2.5 kilometre open relay, the final event of the cross-country programme at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre, and this promises to be an absolute cracker. Look at that, so busy from the off. Of course the field will thin out a little bit. Bib 1, that's the Polish squad, and the French coming through. Athletes wearing bib number 3. It's the visually impaired athlete going out first for the Poles. So Piotr GARBOWSKI is led by Jakub Twardowski. Witold SKUPIEN will bring them home. And CLARION will go last for the French, who've been very quick out of the blocks here. So DAVIET, who's got a medal already in this games. DAVIET, the silver in the 20k. CLARION as well has a bronze from the visually impaired 20k race. DAVIET is France's standing athlete, and he's gone out very, very quickly indeed. 28 years of age, Benjamin DAVIET, and also quick Andrew SOULE, gold medalist here in PyeongChang for the United States. Like that in the sprint, the sitting athlete for the US. There he goes through, Andrew SOULE, 37. Bronze in the 12.5k biathlon as well, but he has been the cross-country champion in that 1.1 kilometre sprint for the sitting athletes. Andrew SOULE, they'll be led home, the States, by Grace Miller. So HALSTED goes third for them. ZUTTER second out. It's DAVIET of France in 1:58.8. They've got experience of the bronze from Sochi 4 years ago, the French, CLARION and DAVIET. Same team there, but third quickest. DAVIET 4.2 ahead of the first athlete for Belarus, Yury HOLUB. Belarus is visually impaired athlete, guided by Dmitry Budzilovic. Come to his medal pedigree in a moment as well. Yury HOLUB, he's been on the podium on more than one occasion in these games. Once it comes through 12.2, and just further down the order is the Kazakhstani opener of Denis Petrenko. But they have a gold medalist in their ranks in Alexander Kolyadin, who goes in the third leg for Kazakhstan. A really quick start to this relay race by Benjamin DAVIET. Well, he has a pair of golds in the biathlon, the 7.5k and 12.5k for standing athletes. Silver as well in the 15k. Obviously it's that slightly wider skill set of combining the cross-country skiing with being handy on the shooting range. This is all about speed in the cross-country relay. So, the number 8 on the bibs of our Norwegian athletes, Nils Erik Ulset in position, the first runner, and he'll go third as well, Nils Erik Ulset. So, the later runners, the later leg athletes wait patiently. So that's our top two at the moment. It's DAVIET from Yury HOLUB, Belarus, guided by Dmitry Budzilovic. HOLUB are just 21. He's had an excellent games. Silver medal in the 20k. Yury HOLUB. Also a bronze in the 10. And there's a stumble. And that's just allowed some of the back markers to steal a march. I wonder if that was GARBOWSKI taking a bit of a tumble. But it's Yury HOLUB closing now on DAVIET, and the Belarusians coming through to just sneak the lead here at the first handover, quarter race distance. So Yury HOLUB timing that to absolute perfection. So he's going to enable Mikita LADZESAU to protect a lead here. Another visually impaired athlete in LADZESAU, who's guided by Alexei Lukianow. Belarus from France, and then Poland. Recovery by GARBOWSKI, so he's allowed Witold SKUPIEN to have a chance here. The Polish squad haven't fared too well at all in the Nordic events, the biathlon and the cross country here. But there's a chance now for the Poles because they're in the podium places at present and just 16 seconds back. So that is retrievable if we see a quick runner. But a little bit further, I might like to point out that the Canadians have Brian McKeever going last, their superstar winter Paralympic athlete. The United States 7th at present as well. I think we'll see them move up and go quicker, deeper into this race. But wait for the Canadians. Colin Cameron went first for them, so McKeever goes second and last. And he has two guides as well. It was Graham Nishikawa who guided McKeever to another gold medal on the penultimate day of competition. He'll run his last leg, McKeever, with Russell Kennedy guiding. Brian McKeever, as we know, a superstar in terms of the visually impaired events. He's swept the board. He's won gold in each of the 3 events at each of the last 3 Olympics. Go for the Ukraine, Olha PRYLUTSKA getting away second. Guided by Boris Babar, PRYLUTSKA in the visually impaired categorization. Belarus still with his lead. Nikita LADZESAU and Alexei Lukianow from France. But look at that, it's just 1.4 seconds separating the Belarusians and the French. Poland going really well, but just 3.3 seconds back are the Ukraine, and they're well capable of eating up that margin. The Ukrainians, strong cross-country skiers, coming further down the order for the Ukrainians in Olha PRYLUTSKA, Grygorii, VOVCHYNSKYI, and finally Anatolii KOVALEVSKYI, guided by Alexander Mushkin. So, a lot of strategy mid-race. It's HOLUB who's completed yet. We see the wax being reapplied there to the skis of Yuri HOLUB because he's going to go last, first and last, for the Belarusians with his guide Dmitry Dadzilovic, and it's the backroom staff, those unsung heroes that now earn their corn. So Benjamin, Daviet and CHALENCON and Thomas CLARION. They would love a gold medal here. In the cross country, Daviet top of the podium in the biathlon. But you're looking here at our race leader. They're each onto their second leg runners. And it is LADZESAU, who's 21 years of age, from Belarus, who leads the competition. DNF in the 20K for visually impaired athletes. He's perhaps one of the lesser known, the lesser well documented members of the Belarusian team. Norway, it's their athletes wearing the 8 bibs. Poland with 1 on their front. Witold SKUPIEN, second runner for them, 10, that's the Canadians. Brian McKeever, it's an astonishing run of Winter Paralympic success. McKeever that goes all the way back to Salt Lake City in 2002. The Ukrainians have had a fabulous competition in both the biathlon and the cross-country events. PRYLUTSKA, 25 years of age, going second for Ukraine. Perhaps put in the shade a little by her highly successful compatriots, her teammates in these Winter Paralympics, PRYLUTSKA. But watch out for their time, because they're more than capable here of getting on the podium. The men in green are leading the field. Nikita LADZESAU and his guide Alexei Lukianow from Belarus. They're going to hand over here to Lidziya RAFEYEVA. And LADZESAU has consolidated this advantage. So at half race distance run, 5 of 10K, it is Belarus who have the lead. And we see there, it's a big lead as well. That was a really quick run by LADZESAU. And the Belarusian decision to save that athlete, Mikita LADZESAU, for this event, the relay, is paying dividends. The French are over 13 seconds back here, and that's a big gap to make up in the second half of this race. Norway have moved on to the podium, 22 seconds back. So we wait to see if RAFEYEVA can protect the advantage. Canada fourth at present. Mikita hasn't got long to just get his breath back when he'll be tasked with lifting the Canadians back up into contention, just off the podium at present. And Poland fading. Their third runner is Kamil ROSIEK. So Witold, SKUPIEN, just he's able to relax, he's able to get his breath back. Bib 9, that's the squad of Germany. Martin Fleig going for a second time in this race. He raced first. Nico Messinger second for the Germans, guided by Lutz Klausmann. And he'll go last, so just the two athletes in the German squad. 105.9, the Germans back and on the podium in the first relay of the day, the free. But going some here to match that performance. And the host nation 1-11 down. The Republic of Korea with SIN, KWON, LEE, and the KWON again going last. Changeover for the Kazakhstanis. So Alexander Gerlitz heading over to the gold medalist Alexander Kolyadin in the standing sprint for the men. 149 back at the moment. Kazakhstan and the United States way off the pace, I'm afraid. Sean HALSTED is their third leg racer. Grace Miller will bring the United States home. 4 gold medals in the cross-country events, the United States, here in PyeongChang 2018. So, Nadezhda Fedorova will take over from Katerina Rumyantseva. So the neutral Paralympic athletes who are way down here, Fedorova and Bratyuk, go third and fourth for the neutral Paralympic athletes. Daviet didn't have long to recover. First and third leg run by Benjamin Daviet of France. And that's the Norwegians, 13:34. So Daviet's come past RAFEYEVA. The Belarusians have lost the lead. Yury HOLUB will go last. His second leg of the race. RAFEYEVA has, I'm afraid, dropped down into third, or dropped the Belarusians down into third. Watch out for the Canadians. Colin Cameron, first and third for them. Brian Mikita, second and fourth legs run. So that was the getaway of Niels Erik Olsek. Grigory VOVCHYNSKYI, second to last runner for the Ukrainians, just moving out of your picture there. They're coming through now with the Koreans. LEE Jeong Min down in 7th place at the moment, the Koreans. The Belarusians have dropped from the lead to 37 seconds, so Yury HOLUB with a big recovery operation to do for Belarus. Anthony Chalençon there for the French. This guy is Simon Valverde. Thomas CLARION, another visually impaired athlete, will go last. Well, you're looking there at the Thomas CLARION, who helped Benjamin Daviet and the French to the bronze in this event in Sochi. We're behind the Ukrainians and the host nation. Digging in, Daviet, 28 years of age, Daviet. They're looking good here to just make the top spot of the podium in the nick of time. And just wait for the aerial shot of the lead for the French. Absolutely wiped out the lead of the Belarusians here. Benjamin Daviet all alone as he comes round the final bend into the home stretch, and there will be just 2.5 kilometres to run for Thomas CLARION. Just 2.5 kilometres now between the French and the gold medal. So away goes the 36-year-old Thomas CLARION, bronze medalist in the 20K for visually impaired athletes. Well, he's just collapsed into the snow, and no wonder. And in that finishing area, and other athletes will be right in his path, I'm afraid. He needs to move out of the way. But look at the lead of the French, 17:01 at that final changeover, and they're going to be the best part of 50 seconds clear of the Norwegians. So France have this race in the palm of their hand. The Norwegians looking good at present for the silver. 49.2 seconds is the lead of France over Norway. So they're going to be brought home by Erik Bay, visually impaired athlete, guided by Arvid Nelson. Erik Bay was a bronze medalist in the sprint for visually impaired athletes. One of 2 bronze medals for the Norwegians, the other being Håkon Olsrud's 3rd place in the 20K standing. VOVCHYNSKYI, 3rd to last to go for the Ukrainians. He'll hand over to Anatolii KOVALEVSKYI, visually impaired, guided by Alexander Mushkin, and the top 3 spread out over a minute, and a half. France have this race sewn up by the looks of things. It's going to be an upgrade of 2 podium positions on the Sochi Winter Paralympics from 4 years ago for the French. No one's going to be able to catch them here. It's going to be a race for the remaining podium positions. So the changeover for the Koreans. 2:01 back. And we're seeing the Germans fly, handing over to Nico Messinger. Messinger goes with Lutz Peter Klausmann, so that's Fly having run his race. France 1:54 ahead of the Canadians, so well, they're not going to get the goal despite the speedy skiing of the Magic Man Mikita. But what a game he's had personally. Canada in 6th place, 1:54. So what are they? So 25 seconds off the podium. So Mikita will try and lift them here. Norway in 2nd, 49.2 seconds behind the French. And the Ukrainians are in 3rd at present. So it's a battle for the bronze medal, really. France and Norway have gold and silver here. What can Mikita do for Canada? We know he's so quick. Kolyadin running over to Alexander Gerlitz. Kolyadin with a good strong run actually there for Kazakhstan. He won the gold medal in the standing sprint. So bringing the French home, the tricolor will be flying here. Thomas Clarion, 2 bronzes. In fact, in the cross-country skiing at Sochi, been involved also in para swimming at club level back home in France. Erik Bay with his guide Arvid Nelson going through for the Norwegians. More wax required. We're going to see another nation winning a gold medal. We've seen golds for the Republic of Korea, Ukraine, Japan, Belarus, United States, the neutral Paralympic athletes, Canada, Kazakhstan. It's going to be the French winning this one. Anatolii KOVALEVSKYI, guided by Alexander Mushkin. He's the anchor leg runner for the Ukrainians. 27-year-old KOVALEVSKYI. Through they come. Brian Mikita just moving out of shot. It's a quick run this by Mikita. He knew he had an awful lot to do. And a wonderful shots provided by the drone and helicopter cameras flying high over this Alpensia Biathlon Centre. It's France. Benjamin Daviet, Anthony Chalençon, and finally Thomas Clarion and his guide Antoine Bollet. They're going to come over the line first here, and they grab a tricolor to flag it high for France. 22.46.6. A brilliant gold medal and a brilliant run for the French. Clarion protected the lead generated by Daviet and Chalençon. Bronze in Sochi, and the upgrade to the gold medal here. And a fabulous run as well by the Norwegian quartet. Niels Erik Olseth, Håkon Olsrud, and Erik Bay. So 22.5, that was a really quick final run by Erik Bay. And the Canadians have not been able to get up towards the Ukrainians. It's a quick finish by Anatolii KOVALEVSKYI, guided home by Alexander Mushkin, and another cross-country skiing medal for the Ukrainian squad here. This time it's a bronze. Oh, well, the Canadians just at the end. 105.8. Oh, we're going to have to wait for the calculated time to see the final standings here. Canada, oh, have they done it with Mikita? I think they have. That was absolutely brilliant from Brian Mikita. Oh, yes, the Canadians are the confirmed bronze medalists here. He did it in the end. France from Norway, and then Canada. Because naturally, with the different sporting classifications, we have an issue of factored times. When everything was computed, the Ukrainians dropped from 3rd to 5th. Final finishers coming home here. Kazakhstan and then Germany, Republic of Korea led home by KWON Sanghyeon. He is just a superstar, Brian Mikita. What a race. He went second, he went last. Well, this could be his last ever Winter Paralympic race. He's made noises that These are going to be his last games, but well, these guys with the tuned competitive spirit, you kind of believe it when you see it. He might be there in Beijing. Witold Skupien comes in for Poland, but we have our finishers. So Skupien comes over. They also raced the second leg for the Poles. ROSIEK went third. They were led out by Piotr GARBOWSKI. And the Poles slot into 9th place there. 3:21.8, over 10 seconds behind the Koreans' time. They finally get a gold medal in the cross-country events, the French. Such terrific excitement, and Lee changing hands. The Belarusians had this in the first half of the race, but I'm afraid things began to fade away for them when Lidziya RAFEYEVA took over on leg 3 after Mikita LADZESAU had run a terrific second leg for Belarus. Breathless finish. Benjamin DAVIET, Anthony Chalençon and Thomas CLARION, plus the 2 guides for the visually impaired athletes, Chalençon and CLARION. Well, that's the trio of athletes, with DAVIET running 2 legs, who have delivered those scenes for the French Paralympic Nordic squad here. Brilliant morning at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre. For China, Wang Chenyang finishes 10th, almost 5 minutes away from France's time of 22:46. And our final finishers. Neutral Paralympic athlete Natalia Bratiuk comes in. Grace Miller for the United States. 12th of 12, the USA in this one. Well, these are the images of commitment to the cause. These athletes have given it absolutely everything, and they just collapse over the finish line. A brilliant race from the French here, who've won the 4x2.5 kilometre open relay by over 22 seconds from Norway. And the brilliant, the magisterial, the mercurial Makita of Canada surged the Maple Leaf Nation onto the podium. 3rd for the Canadians, with Belarus pushed out of it in 4th place. A little bit of drama at the end here, with Ukraine dropping from 3rd to 5th in the final shake-up after factor times were brought in and finally calculated. Anatolii, KOVALEVSKYI and Iaroslav, RESHETYNSKYI, visually impaired athletes who went for the Ukrainians. They were edged by that quick last run from Brian Makita. Not a gold this time for Brian Makita, but that will be a memorable medal. then well done, Norway. Niels Erik Ulset ran half of that race for the Norwegians, went first and third. Ken Olsrud and then Erik Bay had the honour of bringing Norway over the line.
Our physios preparing us for next days, for the next training.
Now, our medalists in the glare of the flashbulbs, and they deserve it. We will see also the medal presentations here. It's been a fantastic final morning at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre, as the mountain cluster of venues waves goodbye to the 2018 Paralympic Winter Games. What hosts the Republic of Korea have been here. Across the biathlon events and the cross country, we have seen just the top level of competition. Sporting performances that will go down in the history books. Stories for the ages here.
So, in a nutshell, I'm writing on the list of the gold medal favorites. That's what I really wanted to say.
There are two people that have always been there for me, doing my skis and riding the practice and doing all that stuff in the back.
Well, what a morning it's been for those French supporters.
They still do it all the time.
They have been cheering already, with Clarion getting the bronze in the visually impaired 20K. Daviet as well, silver medaling in the standing class over 20 kilometres. But in this very last event on the cross-country schedule, they finally have their time on the top of the podium. And we wonder if a younger generation are inspired to great sporting achievements. What support there's been for the Republic of Korea as well. Celebrations begin, and all of a sudden the music is turned up too, because it's time to relax and it's time to just drink in the success. We'll see the medal presentations of our two relay races. Magical memories made. absolutely no doubt at all that the Winter Paralympic Games are in rude health when the baton is handed over to Beijing in 4 years' time. The Koreans have been welcoming and attentive hosts of these games. There's just been drama throughout the biathlon and the cross country here. A nice spread of medals as well around the nations. The United States picking up gold medals with Kendall Gretsch and Oksana Masters, their leading athletes. Ukrainians have had a very good games individually. Revchuk and Yarovyi bringing home gold. For the men, Mikita, what about his 3 brilliant gold medals again for the 3rd Winter Paralympic Games running. Yoshinita got the gold medal in the 10K standing. And what about Sin's gold in the 7.5K for sitting athletes? That brought the house down here. Kazakhstan on the top spot of the podium with Alex Kolyadin. A brilliant second half of the race in the men's standing sprint. As good as Mikita was, dominating the men's VI races. What about Svetlana Sakonenko doing the same in the women's clean sweep of gold medals in the 15K, the 7.5 and the sprint. She beat Nikolina Lisova, the neutral Paralympic athlete, who had more success individually in the biathlon. Lisova, as well as Mikita for Canada. Natalie Wilkie came in to get the bronze in the women's standing sprint, and then followed it up with a fabulous gold medal in the 7.5K. Canada 1 and 3 on the podium in that race, with Emily Young winning the bronze medal. And in our first relay today, Mark Arens with a quite magnificent final leg to lift the Canadians onto the podium. He also got an individual bronze in the men's standing sprint. So, again, wonderful overhead footage of the venue. And you do get an indication, don't you, of the rising temperatures up in the mountains. Disappearance of a lot of snow around this venue. Pretty much like every other aspect of these Winter Paralympic Games, our Republic of Korea hosts have got it right. They've timed it right. There are plenty of Norwegian flags in the venue. It'd be great for them to get a medal on the final day. I also saw Anken Alsrud and Erik Bay get individual bronzes, and then they teamed up to help the Norwegians onto the podium in the 4x2.5K open relay. And we remember the likes of Andrea Eskau too, German sitting athlete. 3 races individually, 3 silvers. Just couldn't get close to the Americans ultimately, beaten by Oksana Masters twice and then Kendall Gretsch. Karina Edlinger managing a medal for the Austrians. That the 7.5 for visually impaired women. Bronze in that race. Neutral Paralympic athletes just missed out on the golds here, but wave of medals. Anna Milenina, silver, women standing 15K. Katarina Rumyantseva, the 7.5 standing. Lisova, the 7.5 VI. Also good to see Ilkka Tormisto, a share of the third in the men's standing sprint for Finland. So preparations are underway then for our medal presentations for the relay medalists here.
그게 잘 안 나와요. 피할지 또 피할지 나오고.
pretty because you look so fine that I really wanna make you mine. So fine that I really wanna make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look at that dirt, honey. Little bit black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet.
여보 나온다.
I said, are you gonna be my girl?
프랑스가 1등이었는데.
아니 우크라이나가 1등이고요. 캐나다, 독일, 일본. 여기는 벨라루스.
너는 어떻게 알아? 저 사람이.
I said, are you gonna be my girl?
어디 갔다 살아왔어? 아까 저쪽에 있었는데.
그러니까. 맞아. 자, 쏘라고.
원래 시간 이게 늦냐? 이렇게 늦어?
뭐 아직 안 들어온 거야?
아까 여기 올라가서
어. 너도 돈 내고 있어.
아니 시장 시간 언제 나와?
먹었어. 왜 안 나갔는지.
하네.
어?
여기 따뜻해.
유연이 나이트 기사분이야.
ceremony for the cross-country 4x2.5km mixed relay.
지금부터 크로스컨트리 10km 혼성 계주 종목의
So,
시상식을 시작하겠습니다.
the last activity here at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre will be the victory ceremonies for our medalists in the final two events on the cross-country programme, the two relays, 4x2.5 mixed and the 4x2.5 open. We're going to see the presentations up here on the mountain, firstly of the athletes who got a medal in the 4x2.5 mixed. Crane won the gold medal in our first relay of the day. Canada came in second place, Germany in third. And it was just a controlled, calculated performance from the Ukrainians, led out by Yury Utkin. That's another medal to add to his collection. Yury Utkin, guided by Ruslan Perikoda, Lyudmila Lyashenko, Yulia Batinkova-Bauman, and Oksana Shishkova. Medal presenter is Mark Gutierrez, Chief Integration Officer, one of our service providers in the PyeongChang 2018 Winter Paralympic Games.
Accompanied by Mr. Cho Jong-wook, Commissioner
And next
of
to
the
him,
National Fire Agency.
Commissioner of the National Fire Agency of the Republic of Korea, Cho Jong-wook. Cho is the gift presenter,
Bronze medalists.
Mark Gutierrez the medal presenter. First medals, the bronze go to Andrea Rishkau, Stefan Lemka and Alexander Ayla, who came in third in the 4x2.5km mixed relay competition. Well, Eskau with 3 silvers in the sitting races. She has a bronze here. Oh, you just try and wipe the smile off her face. Stefan Lemka. And Alexander Ayla, 48 years of age. What a time to get your first Winter Paralympic medal. He took up Paranordic skiing last year. Here he is, a Winter Paralympic podium. Been a great morning in the relays for the Canadians. Silver medalists in the 4x2.5 mixed. So Mr. Mark Gutierrez, assisted by Cho Jong-wook, present the silvers. Emily Young, second leg racer for the Canadians. Chris Klebo, sitting athlete. And Natalie Wilkie in there, so she has another medal after her brilliant gold in the 7.5K. And Mark Arends. Arends got a bronze in the 10K standing. He shared the bronze with Ilka Tomisto in the sprint. Canada with the silver. They've had a fabulous Winter Paralympic Games up here on the mountain in the biathlon and cross country. 10 medals all in. No one won more. Canada, silver medalists in the 4x2.5K mixed. But these guys were just too quick, the Ukrainians. Champions in the first relay of the last morning in the cross country. And this is a moment that they will just want to last forever. Yury Kin and his guide Ruslan Perekoda. Lyudmila Lyashenko, another medal for her. Her fourth of the games. Yulia Batinkova-Bauman, perhaps disappointed a little in the individual competitions, but here she is with a gold. Vitaly Kazakov, the guide for Oksana Shishkova. And you are looking at the gold medal winners in the 4x2.5K mixed relay. Ukraine's third gold medal in the cross country at these Winter Paralympic Games. Following on from Yarovyi and Repchuk, winning the individual competitions. Yarovyi winning the 15K for sitting athletes, and Repchuk the 20K standing. Eight medals in cross country at these Winter Paralympics for Ukraine. 3 golds.
감사합니다. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Ukraine, champions of the relay, 4x2.5K mix.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Ukraine.
관중 여러분, 우크라이나의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
Our medal winners then in the first relay race of the last day of competition at the cross country at the 2018 PyeongChang Paralympic Winter Games. Germany with the bronze, Canada with the silver, the gold medal champions, Ukraine.
금운동 다 했네.
아니야. 우리 거의 난리났다. 아까 찍자 그랬는데 그랬어? 안녕히 가세요. 아 귀여워.
So we have one more victory ceremony to come. This to see the medals presented to France, Norway and Canada. 1, 2 and 3 gold, silver and bronze medal winners in the 4x2.5 kilometre open relay. Second and last race to be run here at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre at PyeongChang 2018. Slight delay before we see the medals presented, but we'll be bringing you every moment of it.
잠시 후에 펼쳐질 텐데요. 자리를 끝까지 지키셔서 선수들과 함께 해주시기를 당부드리겠습니다.
So we're not quite done and dusted at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre. We're going to see the victory ceremony and the medals awarded to France, Norway and Canada. Gold, silver and bronze winners respectively in the 4x2.5 kilometre open relay, the final day of competition at this venue at the Winter Paralympic Games in PyeongChang. Two thrilling relay races. We've already seen the Ukrainians, the Canadians and the Germans presented with their medals. First, second and third respectively in the 4x2.5 mixed. And hopefully in around about sort of 9 minutes time by the looks of things, we will see the victory ceremony for the 4x2.5k open relay. Please stay with us.
trying to eat bibimbap during restaurant food is sticks. I emphasize I'm trying to
패럴림픽의 가치는 장애인 선수가 스포츠 우수성을 달성하고 세계의 영광을 불어넣을 수 있도록 하는 비전에 기반합니다. 우리는 스포츠를 통해 보다 포용적인 사회를 꿈꿉니다. 패럴림픽에는 포용, 공정, 신체적 및 정신적 재활 원리에 기반한 등 4가지 가치들이 있습니다. 용기란 장애인 선수들이 자신의 몸을 절대적 한계에 부딪히며 시험할 데 없는 성과를 세상에 보여주는 것을 의미합니다. 결의는 장애인 선수들의 성격적인 강점입니다. 강한 정신력과 육체뿐만 아니라 탁월한 민첩성이 모두 결합되어 정기적으로 가능성의 한계를 재정의하는 경기를 펼친답니다. 영감이란 다른 이들이 스포츠에 참여할 수 있도록 독려하는 롤 모델의 역할을 함을 의미합니다. 평등이란 사회적 장벽을 해소하고 장애인들에 대한 사회적 장벽과 차별을 철회하는 것을 의미합니다. 스포츠를 통해 장애인 선수는 사회 고정관념을 깨고 태도를 변화시킵니다. 올림픽과 패럴림픽의 중심에는 이 가치들이 자리 잡고 있기 때문에 올림픽 일원이 되는 것은 단순히 업적을 이루고 메달을 획득하는 것 이상의 의미가 있습니다. 이 가치들이 개인의 삶을 통해 드러날 때 누구든지 일상생활에서 올림픽 일원이 될 수 있다는 사실을 기억하세요.
So we're going to see the victory ceremony then and the medals presentation at the end of the 4x2.5 kilometre open relay, the last event to be run here in the cross-country PyeongChang 2018 Paralympic Winter Games. It was a brilliantly strategic run from the French to win the gold. Just in the nick of time, their first goal in cross-country at these Paralympic Winter Games. Norway with the silver, and a brilliant run from Brian McKeever to lift the Canadians up into the bronze medal position. Preparations have been made. We'll see our guests of honour present the athletes with their hard-won medals. So our medalists then in this thrilling race the open relay, 4 by 2.5 kilometres. We had athletes doubling up here in multiple legs of the relay, which is allowed in this competition, the open. The French managed it brilliantly. They won the gold, their first gold. Norway, silver. And Canada getting on the podium thanks to Colin Cameron and the brilliant Brian McKeever. Done it again for Canada, McKeever.
Please welcome the medalists. 여러분, 대단한 수준을 보여주시기 바랍니다. The medals will be presented by Madame Sophie Cluzet, Minister for Sport, Disabled People France.
Well, what a moment for Sophie Cluzel, the Minister of State for Disabled People in France. And she will hand out the gold medals to her compatriots. Gift presenter, chairperson of the World Para-Nordic Skiing Technical Committee, Robert Walsh. So the Canadians, Colin Cameron and Brian McKeever, and his guide. Colin Cameron receives his bronze. It's the 16th Winter Paralympic medal for Brian McKeever, going all the way back to 2002 Salt Lake City. Brian's guide. Well, no words required. The smiles say it all.
Hello again. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.
The Canadians have had a fabulous games. 10 medals in the cross country. They top the medals table overall. 4 golds, the silver, and 5 bronzes, the last of which came on the last day in the 4 by 2.5K open relay, Canada.
Silver medalists representing Norway.
Norway with 2 silvers in these games. In the cross country, 2 bronzes. Erik Ulset, Hakan Olsrud, Erik Bey's guide, Arvid Nelson as well, recognised. So Hakan Olsrud gets another medal.
Thank you.
Olsrud also got a bronze in the 20K standing, has a silver now with his Norwegian teammates.
Typical Norwegian understatement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Eric? Thank you. John? And last but not least. Thank you. Congratulations.
Norway take home the silver medal, but the glory is France's. The tricolor will fly high over this one. In the last race on the programme, the French get their first gold medal in cross-country skiing at PyeongChang 2018. And it's fitting that Sophie Cluzel, Minister of State for Disabled People in France, will present the medals. Anthony Chalençon and his guide Simon Valverde. They raced a scintillating second leg. Thomas Clarion and his guide Antoine Bollet. They've got a bronze in this event in Sochi. They've stepped up 2 places on the podium. Now out also with a bronze in the 20k VI. There's Benjamin Daviet, 2 golds and a silver in biathlon here at the Alpensia Centre. He has a gold in cross country. The French end up with a medal of each colour in cross country here. Very strong visually impaired athletes, Anthony Chalençon and Thomas Clarion, paired with team leader, if you like, Benjamin Daviet. Daviet with a couple of individual medals, a silver in the 20k standing. So we will listen to the famous Marseillaise, France's national anthem.
프랑스의 국가 연주가 있겠습니다.
Glorious morning in the sunshine. The sun has crept through the clouds here over the mountains in PyeongChang. France win the final gold on the cross-country programme. Norway with the silver, and the Canadians get their 10th cross-country medal of these games with the bronze. Kiva skied them onto the podium. If it is to be his last Winter Paralympic Games seeds left on a high. Confirmation then of our medalists in the 4x2.5K open relay: France, Norway and Canada. It's a fond farewell here to our athletes and to the volunteers and the technical staff and to the fabulous support that the racers have enjoyed here. A wonderful venue for a wonderful competition draws to a close.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are done our...
So that's that from Alpensia and the biathlon and cross country here in the Republic of Korea. Memories have been made that will last a lifetime. We'll hopefully all meet again in Beijing in 4 years' time. It's been hugely enjoyable, it's been emotional, and for the last time from the Alpensia Biathlon Centre at the 2018 Winter Paralympic Games, it's Taegayo from PyeongChang. Bye-bye.
자원봉사 패션프로 여러분이 있는 곳이 가장 빛나는 곳이며 여러분이 있기에 2028 평창 대회가 있을 수 있습니다. 늘 자부심을 가지고 자원봉사를 하시길 바랍니다. 2028 평창 대회를 이끌어 나가는 주역인 자원봉사 패션프로 여러분, 여기 계신 모두를 대표하여 여러분께 무한한 감사의 인사를 전합니다. 감사합니다.